Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Tyranny with me, Bring It On.
I got it.
Now we come full circle back to where we started. Let's go get us some blood for Barik. Oh, Shadow Wisp. Interesting. I'm not going to spend too long buffing here. I'm not going to use my talent buffs, because I don't think that we need them. We'll just use our spell buffs before entering combat, and then we'll cut these guys down. Yeah, I think the Shadow Wisps are new. No, oh okay, they're both warped versions of the normal Bane. So the Wisps, which are normally blue, are now like that blackish blue. Same with the Scourges. Now, Dark Scourges. Oops. Also, this is not the right order.
I got it.
Alright, Lantry. Oh, I guess we can use him once we're in combat. That's fine. Go ahead and haste up Barik after that, and then buff everybody else up. Alright, go ahead and cleave. Oh, and hit all four of them. Perfect.
Step right up. Come.
Her right there. She should be able to hit three of them with Sweeping Death at least. Alright, Sunder this guy, Thrust this guy, and then Skullcracker this guy. Whoops. No, sorry, do that first. There we go. Here I was given the wrong command. Alright, and let's see. They can't be knocked down, so I don't need to use Gravedigger. We'll just use Skewer and Fury's Embrace. Slap Healing Aura right there, and did I miss my Sunder because he ran away? That's what it looked like.
Before me.
That was a little tougher than I was expecting. I also didn't have all those extra stats that I normally would have before entering combat.
I am a...
Why are we all running so fast? Barik, I understand. But not everybody else.
Shield wall unto myself. Consider it.
Alright, if I can get behind here and cleave. Well, I guess that doesn't matter. Just Sunder and Thrust this guy. I'll let her run forward. In fact, go ahead and pop this and then run forward for me. And let's see. We'll drop this and that. Barik, give me a taunt, and then Striking Iron one of these guys. Alright, Sweeping Death. Thrust, then Skullcracker this guy. Probably going to be enough to finish him off. At least that's the hope. Let's see. After that, Lantry, go ahead and do Vital Body on, I guess, Barik.
You won't enjoy this as much as I do.
Oh, I didn't get it off. That's fine.
On it.
Why was I stuck there? My Fury's Embrace and Skewer. Lantry, go ahead and heal up Verse.
Too old for this.
I did not see that coming. I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass.
Once again, I did not get my attack off because Verse killed them too quickly. The animation for that attack is quite the wind-up, though. What's over here that I missed? It's well sunken into the mud. This cart stands abandoned, bereft of the rows of weapons that graced it when he first came to Vendrian's Well. Well, I'm glad they decided to shake things up here. It's not the same exact place that it was when we first came through.
Sorry, I can't. Can't do that. Can't do that.
So we can't just reach it from right here. Let's go ahead and do that. A torrent of A torrent of thick blood pours from the hollow eyes of Queen Kyros' stone likeness. Though out of immediate reach, you suspect you can find a way to access it. Then toss Barik across, or use him as a bridge. With a running jump, you may be able to cross the chasm and reach the basin. I can use Barik as a bridge. I'm not going to dwarf cross him, or dwarf toss him across, like Gimli at Helm's Deep. Alright, cool. We got the blood. Let's finish exploring this area first.
Interesting.
So I assume there's still going to be more new stuff to discover. So let's make sure we don't leave anything behind. Oh. Little remains of the small scarlet course and disfigured camps that once claimed this clearing save tattered tarps and the reek of old latrines. Gross.
Sorry, I can't.
It does feel like it's been a very long time since we were last back here. And this is where it all started, right here. We came through and the passage collapsed behind us. Also, that athletics check has really gone up. It's up to 160 now.
Huh. Sorry, I can't. Sorry, I can't.
I'm pretty sure it was in the 30s last time we were here. All that for a Peridot. This is definitely one of the more visually stunning areas of the game, too. Definitely added an excellent introduction to the game and the region. A giant statue with bleeding eyes. Alright, well, let's see if we can't get Barik out of his armor. It's been a long time coming. Welcome back, Archon. I do believe I espy a barrel of Queen's blood. Licentiate looks you up and down. frowning with a mixture of interest and distaste. She helps roll the barrel into the workshop. The two of you dump the noisome liquid into a large copper tub. It's a lot of copper. Or copper taste. Alright, Barik. Into the wet. Trundling over to the basin, Barik places a hand on its lip. He flops heavily into the vat without a word, and lies there motionless. Here goes everything. Licensha mutters and traces a series of luminescent sigils in the air as she circles the tub. The hairs on your arms and the back of your neck slowly rise. The vat begins to bubble, and metal grinds against the metal as Barik releases a prolonged hiss. The smith puts a hand to one of Barik's sharp spines and slowly draws it from him, as if pulling a blade from its sheath. You barely make out Barik's pained grunt under the workshop's myriad sounds. The shard comes free, with bloody strands of flesh dangling from it. You use your magic to aid the process. Control Vigor 93. You add your own sigils to the air, fortifying Barik's body against this ordeal. He visibly relaxes. Foam-crested red liquid sluices between the gaps in Barik's armor, darkening as the grime and filth from his carapace mixes with the blood of Queen and Stone Shield alike. He shudders, his left gauntlet clamped tight over the space left by one of Licensha's past excisions. Chanting, the smith places a chisel to the side of Barik's helm and knocks on it 3 times with a hammer. Each blow resounds more loudly than the last, and the third is accompanied with a sound like a blade slicing into armor. She places both hands on one of the metal spines crowning Barik's head and begins to pull. He screams. The procedure finally reaches its conclusion, and Licensha slumps against the wall, hair tangled and sweat-soaked, hands and face red with gore. She releases a long, shuddering sigh as the energy in the room slowly dissipates. Clad only in his small clothes and a thick patina of blood and grime, Barik stands before you. Heavy ropes of matted hair hang between his broken face, and long, twisting scars mark his limbs and torso. He reeks of sweat and feces, the stench coalescing with the heady smell of gore and iron into a noxious hole. Your stomach turns. You okay, Barik? The pain will fade in time. Perhaps more time than I am accustomed to, though. He smiles faintly.
Freedom feels raw and cold, but comfortable.
Welcome back to the life of the free, you walking pile of... I'll have to dream up some new names for you, won't I? Anyway, put some pants on. I'm tired of looking at your... everything.
Now I can actually draft your official portrait for the Chronicle. You have no idea how much this omission has haunted me.
I hate to cut this short, but I'm dead on my feet. There's one last thing we need to settle. Her eyes meet yours. I'm keeping the alloy we pulled off of him. In exchange, I took the liberty of forging the sample you brought me before into an axe I hope is worthy of you. She pulls a long half-dated bearded axe from the wall and proffers it to you. Its head glimmers in the wan light of the forge. I think not. The metal belongs to Barik, which means it belongs to me. I would have her keep it, Archon, in fair recompense for services rendered. Well, thank you, Licensha, for everything. Edict's Crescent. It was my honor, Archon. She places the axe into your hands. It bristles with energy, a spark leaping from its curved blade. I'd wish you safe journeys if I thought it would do you any good. So try to stay alive out there. Edict's Crescent. It's two-handed. Oh, it's another artifact. It's erratic magic on weapon crit. Let's see, critical hits with basic attacks will cause a random hostile affliction for a short duration. Seems pretty good. So Echoes of the Storm. This weapon drives the wielder's strikes forward, charging them with such power that some necessarily escapes in the form of electricity. These 3 melee strikes may inflict added lightning damage that increases with the artifact's renown. Licensha crafted this vicious axe from the twisted iron and bronze of the blade grave. The long curve of the blade projects from her head wrought with numerous ancient sigils of destruction, evoking the arcane wrath of the Overlord's judgment against Stalwart. The Magesmith also included a sigil she described as something I've been fiddling with. She added, "It probably won't kill you." Alright, how's it look?
I'll just hold on to this.
It's so tiny looking. But I do like the overall design of it. Alright, Barik. Well, look at you, man. Alright, let's get you some equipment. I have at least... Alright, that color's not going to do. But I can't change it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the green on him. Let's get back to the spire and see if we can't get him cleaned up a bit. Along the route towards your destination, the road crosses a small river at a tall, arched bridge. Turquoise water cascades down a three-tiered fall, driving a musty smell of algae into the air, where it mingles with lilac and sage, or lilac and sage. I almost forgotten what good smells like, Verse mutters, eyeing Barik. She sidles closer to you. Hey, Binder, you know to be a real service to the Overlord? Getting Rustbucket over there to take a bath already. She pinches the bridge of her nose. It's been literal years since his last. The cool crisp scent contrasts sharply with the sour stench of filth emanating from your disfavored companion. You're not sure when Barik last bathed, but you doubt it was at all recent. Yeah, subtly suggests that Barik bathed. You call a brief respite, or respite, at the water's edge, loudly suggesting that everyone take an hour to refill their water skins and refresh their faces. When Barik seems content doing only the former, you force your way closer to him, and note that it must be nice for him to be free of his armor, and able to once again take care of some basic grooming. He nods along, stating that yes, one could hardly imagine how incredible a clean shave feels after being denied one for years. Yes, a clean shave, you say. So many things are better clean. He blinks at you without comprehension. I order Barik into the water. You call for a break for refreshment, taking Barik aside. You inform him in a low but commanding tone to get into the water and see to his cleanliness. His reek has begun to hamper morale. Of course, Archon, as you will it. Even as he blushes, Barik's hand claps to his chest in salute, and he trudges off in search of privacy. When he returns, there's out the odor that had become as constant a companion to him as his twisted armor shell. Hey, plus 20% accuracy when above 75% health, and minus 20% recovery time. Good job, Barik. Oh, and he shaved! We'll take a look at that when we get back to the spire. We're also going to need to get him some boots and I guess just better equipment all around. But first things first, we finish some research here. Potion of Heroes. Hey, I was just talking about that last time we were at the infirmary. And we're all done with our research. Well, he is a handsome fellow, isn't he? Personally, I would have kept more of the beard, but because I think he looks just a little too young, fully shaven like that. Yeah, it's a handsome guy. Let's get him some equipment. So I know we've sold this guy plenty of stuff, so what do we got? Let's see, Ironwalker armor. What else do we got? Nightfall cask, maybe. I need him to have some boots. Preferably heavy boots, but I don't see any. Oh boy. I guess he doesn't need heavy boots. There, I might have some at the forge spire. We'll see. All right, Barik. Where could I buy all the, well, I wouldn't mind putting him in his disfavored equipment like that. Don't I have a disfavored merchant here? Or somewhere. Maybe at the forge. Let's get him hooked up with some equipment real fast. Come on. I cannot click for the life of me. What am I doing? All over the place. I do wish that we could change the color of his outfit, because the green I don't think really fits him. Which... Was it one of these guys? I don't remember if any of these guys sell Earthshaker stuff. That's not what I'm after, though. No, these guys are just... Yeah, these guys make stuff for me. Well, shoot. I might just have to settle for, Here we go. I swore we had some heavy boots that we weren't using. This'll do for now, I guess. Here we go. I need to get him some gauntlets. Does he sell gauntlets? Forgot to look for these as we were looking for equipment. Alright, nothing in there. I swear that we had more stuff than this. Did I look at Revos' stuff? I'm pretty sure that I did. I've already forgotten. Oh, here we go. Iron gauntlets. Perfect. Sadly, it's not all unique for you, Barik, but you're looking pretty good. I like this more than his disfavored stuff, so this is what we'll rock for now. Let's actually upgrade it while I'm thinking about it. As best we can. Alright, cool. And while I'm here, let's go ahead and burn through all of our resources, because I can. I'm out of resources already. Alright, good enough. And let's go here and talk to Barik. And then we'll head to the court, deal with Tunon, and I assume Blood and Mark. The former Stone Shield stares mutely at his heavy hands. Hair shorn and face shaven and clean. You can make out the tracer of scars that crisscross his skin.
Fate but Archon?
He crosses his arms over his chest and frowns slightly, the gesture apparently unfamiliar in the absence of his carapace. See anything interesting there in your palms?
Nothing beyond being able to see them at all. The novelty has not yet worn thin. General Ash pledged the disfavor to you. He gave me to your service, and now I masquerade as his equal. That will never be the case, of course. Even pledged to you, Graven Ash is an Archon. But beyond that, he is an ideal to strive towards. I find it difficult to conceive a better set of circumstances. I have you to thank for that. I would have thought, though, that I would feel different.
Lighter?
Exactly! Oh, you meant the armor. Perhaps you will find this ridiculous or ungrateful, but I had accustomed myself to my armor. It became a part of me, and not merely physically. Now I will again have to adjust.
Do you feel as if you're no longer special?
Special? No, of course not. At least, I do not think so.
I'm glad to have you here, Barik.
And I am glad to be here. Shall we continue, Archon?
We shall. Let me look through these merchants real fast, because I don't think I went through Revos' stuff. No, I did, because I remember Sensor's grip. See a quick peek for some unique gauntlets of some kind. I don't see anything.
On it.
That guy just sells the Crimson Spear set. What does Kenrick sell? And Swordbreaker. Whoops. Yeah, that might just be it. Alright, to the court. Nothing left to do. To the bastard city. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be the, this feels like the end of the game. Oh wow, okay, we already have the, we already mastered the final scream. Interesting. But yeah, I feel like this is gonna be the end, so I'm gonna call it here before we approach Tunon. It's gonna be a little short, and, because I feel like this is probably gonna take a little bit of time. And then potentially wrap up the game next time. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It's our last quest. We've wrapped up everything else. All the other Archons are either dead or submitted to me. There's only Tunon and Blood and Mark left. Which is weird that Kyros would put Tunon and Blood and Mark into the same category as Graven Ash and the Voices. Because they seem surprisingly competent. And they're also the enforcer of... or enforcers of Kyros' law. So why would they make Tunon a part of this competition between Archons? So I don't think that Tunon necessarily wants to rule the tiers. I mean, he rules the Bastard City as like a proxy state so that he can administer law in the region and establish law. Seems a little weird. Like, why doesn't Kyros want Tunon? Potentially does not want Tunon and Blood and Mark around. Like, the rest of us I understand. Because I'm a competition to his authority and power. Then the voices and the disfavored were both armies that they probably won't need after the conquest anyway. And they weren't necessarily competent either. But Tunon, that's weird. Yeah, it's weird that he's trying to get rid of Tunon as well. Unless he expected Tunon to succeed. But even then, you know, that's a risk that he doesn't have to take. So, either way, we'll deal with that next time. I will talk to Tunon and see what happens. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.